Alrighty traders, market update time. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, see that trading course on the screen there? You can get it for free. If you need some help guys, there's the biggest mistakes in there, some chart reading techniques, my trading system, you name it all, right? So if you need some help guys, just go get access. It's for free. Thank me later. Anyway, let's get into the markets, guys. What happened with the markets today and what's been building? What's the pattern telling us overall? So let's start off with the good old Dow Jones, good old DJ in the house. And so let's have a look at this here. So firstly, what we're seeing through is the big thing we're seeing right now is this overall pullback in the markets. As you guys know, this was expected. So looking at this level through here on the Dow Jones, you can see we're really starting to roll over, but we're on this bit of a short-term downward trend here, right? So let me blow this up a little bit. And as you can see, we're actually on this real short-term downward trend. I have to use a trend line from there to there. All right, let's actually then go down the 6-month view. Let's actually extend this out just a bit more. So I want to extend that out because that'll be the trend line I want to use. The reason why is because for us to start to get into any bullish, real true bullish mode out of this, we would have to start to really break above this trend line here. Until that happens, look what's happening here, okay? We're having what? We're having that resistance there, and we're having that resistance right there. As you can see, like a bit of a double top and then rolling over. But it's also what? It's also a lower high as well too. We've got this low point here. I wonder if that, that's interesting, isn't it? Anyway, so we have, don't mind me guys, I'm just playing around with this thing. Anyway, so, so we consider that's what we have there, right? And so, and we're rolling down now. So we are in a bit of a short-term downward trend through here. So that's obviously what we want to be respecting. We want to be respecting this here. So down, slow across, and then now we're rolling over again. So right now on a short-term level basis, guys, we are in a big downward trend. Now on the Dow Jones, we do actually have indeed a major level of support coming into play around about this level here, right? So you've got this very long-term level of support coming into that level there, as you can see. And if we have a look at some other trend lines here, so if we have a look at, say, see that level through there as well too, right? So look at that. So that's that whole area through there. So we're at that level right now. So it's really interesting to see what happens here. We can draw a lot of trend lines, and I'm pretty sure you guys know, right? You can get in trouble because you're just like, okay, there's 1,000 trend lines. Which one do I use, right? So let me take that off the screen here. I guess the most important part to us, right, is what? Not really the support and resistance lines, is what the chart's telling us, right? So the chart is telling us what right now? We're making lower highs and rolling over, and now we're here. So we may even get a little bit of a pullback. I actually doubt it. All right. We could possibly get a bit of a pullback here, but I believe there's a real good strong level of support coming on around about that 32,000 level there. So right now the selling is in control here, but even if we do get a bit of a pullback, guys, be very, very wary about the upside right now anyway, because look at this slow down, a down, slow across, and then look what's been happening to the Dow Jones, been rolling over, right? And this is where for you guys have been following me, guess what? The L-shaped pattern, right? Remember the L-shaped pattern I keep telling you about? Look at this here. The upside down L-shaped pattern. Look at that. And movement. Then it went what? Then it went down into the down L-shaped pattern. And then look what happened. We had the move. So we had beautiful upside down L-shaped pattern. And then we had the L-shaped pattern here. And then on the downside. So that's why, guys, actually on that first thing in the description there, on that free trading course, I teach you my trading system there, right? So that's what I'm seeing through there when it comes to that. We can see here this big movement down. So again, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be too keen to go out there on the Dow Jones. Let's go look at the S&P 500 and let's see what's the S&P 500. Now the S&P 500 did indeed get a bounce. That's at that long-term level of support there, right? And we're at this level here. It doesn't mean we're out of the woodworks yet, because remember what I said before, right? The most important part to us, even looking at support and resistance lines, is what the chart is telling us, right? The chart is the most important part to us, and we can draw trend lines and all that sort of stuff, and we can start to sort of go along with that, right? But the most important part is what's happening right now. This downward trend here is indeed in play right now. So the big key levels for me, once again, we've got this support level through here, right? We've got that. Right, we've got that. Is it going to do it on me? No, it's not going to do it. Don't know why. Anyway, and then we have also this high here as well too, right? And now we have this major low point here. But look what's happened right now. We've made what? We made a major lower low. So right now, I do believe, this is my thinking, right, guys? I do believe we're going to see a really good movement out of this level here and possibly a resume back to the upside. I do believe that. But right now, that's not what's happening, right? We're going to make it down, up. We made a significant lower high here, and now we've rolled over, and now we've come back down here. So yeah, we're at a level of support, and yes, we could get a bit of a bounce, but just remember, if we do get a bit of a bounce, guess what? Right now, if we got something like that, it's just the pullback, right? It's just the pullback in a overall bear market or an overall short-term bear market. If we start to get back above this trend line here, then we can start to talk more bullishness on the short-term level there. I still do believe on this weekly chart here, by the way, guys, I still do believe on the weekly chart basis that we are indeed just going through an overall pullback, and I do believe we're going to see something like that. But that belief needs to be backed up with what the market tells me, right? And what I mean by that is that I do believe that's going to happen. And if that is going to happen, then guess what? Then we will start to see something like this, where we start to see a bit of a breakout there. Make sense? So that's what I'm looking at from there to there. And let's go look at the Nasdaq as well too. So the Nasdaq is really at this level of major support level through here. And then we also have like a bit of a trend line coming down from there to there. That's the actual Nasdaq itself, or the Nasdaq 100 anyway, is doing that. The Nasdaq itself is that level. Oh, it almost got there, didn't it? That's that major resistance level there. Right, and now we're in this bit of a short-term downward trend. So I'd have to use this trend line here. Let me take that off the screen there. Let's actually see what's going on here. Right, look at that through there, right? So we're getting this whole level coming into play, aren't we? From there to there, and also this level from here to here, as you can see. So we're right at that level right now on the Nasdaq, and so we can see that point through there. Once again, we've got this sort of resistance through here, and then now we've got this high point up here as well too, as you can see. And then now we're rolling over to find this level of support level through here. So that's what I'm seeing through there, guys. Again, on a short-term level, we're just going through here. But I do believe, looking at this big picture here, that this is probably just an overall down and a slower cross. And I do believe we're ultimately likely to see something like this in another big breakout coming soon when it comes to the good old stock market. Let's go look at the mining sector here. So mining sector is still stuck in this overall triangle pattern here. We actually can see we've come back down to this level here. So what comes next? It's going to be really, really, really interesting to see what actually comes next. Firstly, do we actually get a bit of a flush below the low here? We actually got a flush below this low here, as you can see. So we've got a flush below that low, and then we also have this low point through here as well too, right? So if we get a flush below here, and then we start to see something like that, that could be a significant buying point or significant low point in the markets here. Make sense? So that's what I'm seeing through there, guys. I've seen so many times, by the way, when you get these big sort of descending triangle patterns, right? And by the way, check this out, right? This is why I love the see the L-shaped pattern. Look, see that L-shaped pattern, and look what happened. Look what it produced. So the L-shaped pattern works amazing, guys. It's one of my favorite patterns, the L-shaped pattern, or the ups and the upside down L-shaped pattern. And so we can see that through there, right? But what I've seen a lot of the times is that what can happen is that if we get a bounce here, we do something like this, and then we get a bit of a strong breakout like that. If that happens, we could see a big move back up to around about the $36 level on the gold mining sector. Move over now through to silver, and silver made this significant lower high here, as you can see, right? Right. Like that there. It's not going to turn around, is it? No. Let's have a look. No. Okay, cool. Right. So we made this significant lower high here compared to this high up here, as you can tell. Right. And that's where we're at right now. So if I take that off the screen, let me take a lot of these trend lines off the screen. We don't need any of those right now. Let me also take this one off the screen here because we don't need that. So this is probably the major level I'm looking at right now. Again, major lower high through here. We did make sort of a slight little, pretty much a double top through here. Now we made a lower high. Now we're breaking through this level through here. So still on the short term level, guys, nothing really too much to say on when it comes to silver there, because we're at this level here and just still sideways. There's no one really in control. They're fighting out, right? Up, down, up, down, up. So they're fighting out throughout that whole time through there. Move over now through to the gold market, and gold is really rolling over, right? Gold is really is really starting to roll over through here. This is something I was saying before, guys. Like, you know, just never want to fight the markets, right? And look at this here: highs, lower highs, breaking out, and now we're starting to see a bit of a drop to the downside. And this is where, guys, looking at, and as you can see, right, there's nothing on my screen here. There's no trend. There's no really. It's about trend lines, but it's not more about trend lines. It's more about the market, right? Making these highs, lower highs, and now another lower high, and then now we're starting to roll over from here, right? And then we're starting to drop down through here. So looking at that through there, that's what I see through there. Someone did mention about is gold just in a bit of a pullback? And yes, it could be, right? This actually could just be one big pullback through here, right? We have an up move, a down, an up move, and then down, right? Yes, that could be that. That could be that. But if we get a more of a stronger selling period out of gold, that's going to bring it down to here and here and here, and then this pullback here is now going to be voided, right? There's not going to be a pullback in the markets anymore when it comes to that as well too. So what we want to see is we want to see this daily chart hold here and start to rally back out and up, and then that's what's going to cause that weekly chart to be in that pullback through there. Now, by the way, guys, if you get terminology pullback, if the trend's up, we get the pullbacks, ups, pullbacks, ups, pullbacks, right? So these are pullbacks. This is what you get in a downward trend. What do you get? Down, pullback, down, so on and so forth, right? So you see what I'm saying there. Pullback through here, right? So that's called a pullback because it's really like a little bit of a pullback against the overall trend from there. So that's what I'm seeing through there, guys. If you do need some help, I've got a couple of spots left open for my 12-month coaching program for every single week, guys. It's a weekly coaching program for 12 months. If you are interested in joining that, I think I've got 2 spots left open. That second link in the description there, guys. Go click on that and go fill out the application form, and I'll speak to you real soon.